It's me. How are you? My name is Jennifer, and I am the owner of the Etsy shop called the astepbackShop, and I would like to show you a little project I've been working on today, off and on, between making phone calls and setting up appointments and all kinds of malarkey. I did this so I could stay a little bit more calm, because I don't like being on the phone. It's not my favorite thing in the world. So I want to show you how I take these little pictures I cut out of a gardening book, and I turn them into this. And that's the other side. Okay, that's one of them. That's the one that my daughter Nora made, and I made the other two. You like my fancy stitching? I did that stitching with a pen. So I thought I would show you those and how good they look, even without any sewing machine gotten out. All I use with these little pieces of paper from a book, and then I used the pieces of journal paper, you know, a journal that you can get from any dollar store or whatever. This one came from probably somebody giving it to us because they didn't use it anymore, or from a thrift store, and some of it was already used. I'm using the paper and it's working great for this project. Okay, so you take your little pictures and you glue. Okay, let's get started. I'll move all this off. And this is how I did it. Now, if you want to keep the little swirly in the corner, you flip it over. Your swirly is right there. Unless you like this one. See the little swirly right there? Okay, that one's already done. So I have two pictures. I know which one I want. I want that. I love poppies. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, poppies. So I'm going to use that side, and then I'm going to put my glue on the other side. And there's tons of things you could do with these, but this is what I'm doing because it's easy, it's fast, and takes your mind off of any stress you have going on in your life. My girl, oh, my big girl, is having a little issue with her health that I need to look into and make sure she doesn't need to change the amount of iron she takes. So that's why I thought it might be important to see a doctor. These iron problems can be pretty serious sometimes. And she's got one. But it could be just a number of things. Maybe that she drinks too much caffeine. I took her off of caffeine to see if that would help anything, and so far it hasn't. So, you know, had to make the appointment just to make Mama feel better. Nothing else. So now we got my paper on, and I'm going to take my number 4 in and take the corners. Crunch, crunch, munch. Ooh, why do I always do one wrong? What is it with this thing? Oh well, it will just be different. Doesn't bother me too much. Okay. Now I've taken this Uniball Air, because it works really good, and I'm going to make a fun stitch. This time it's going to be straight, dot, dot, straight, dot, dot, straight, dot, dot, all the way around. This takes a little longer, I think, than the sewing machine, but if you don't have one, this is the way to go. And you can do it while you're doing other things, like there's some already done there. Nora wants to help. If you want to, I don't know, you might be watching a baby sleep or watching television. Or I don't know what you're doing, but maybe you want to go outside and do it. Take your stuff, head outside. I don't want to do it out where I live. It's too hot. I can't handle heat too good, so I stay in when it's hot outside, if I can help it at all. So there's my one side. I think it turned out really good. Now I'm going to do the other side. Same. Make it easy. Reminds me of Morse code. Dash, dot, dot, dash, dot, dot, dash. I'm sending out an SOS, folks. I needed it earlier. It's like, no! You're supposed to still be on the phone. Why did you disconnect? And I had to start all over again. And you have to start all over again with information, and you have 7 kids. It's not fun. But I lived through it to tell the story.
Do you like mine, Mommy?
And the other thing that bugged me. Ooh, I do like yours. We'll have to show the people on YouTube land. What was I telling them? I don't know.
Something about 7 kids and phone calls.
Just don't even know anymore. It skipped my mind. It went skippity-doo-dah, skippity. Oh well. Wasn't that important, I don't think. Okay, so I got my stitches on. What do I do next, Nora? Do you remember?
No.
Just give you a hint?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go ahead and show them yours, Nora. I love it. I love that stitch.
Kind of looks like, you know,
both sides.
beats.
You can do that on my sewing machine. You just have to keep changing between stitches on the settings. It's kind of a pain. But it's going to be a lot easier to do it that way.
Which ones?
You could do a honeycomb. Do you know how to do that one? You just kind of, let me show you. This is the honeycomb stitch. It's kind of like bam, 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 like that, all the way around. So I'd make it smaller if I would do that.
I'm just gonna do straight stitch. Do that one.
Straight stitch, that's a good one.
Just go with lines like this. It's really easy.
Our child that we babysit, their mama's here. He never wants to leave. He enjoys being here, which I'm glad of. I want him to be happy. I got one side. Okay, so I finished both sides of this card. Now we're gonna work on the one Nora did earlier. Well, Nora, you do it. There you go. And I will work on putting some of this roll I made on the puppies. Actually, I think I want to try my other roll. Oopsie. Drop my. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to do with this little piece of material. I'm going to take my dauber, give it a little color. It's a vintage color. It's already vintage, really. It came from an old Cuban shirt. Take it like that. Just squish it up. Use some of my tacky glue I got from Wally World. And try to glue it on with that. Might also do a staple. Let's get my stapler if my kids haven't run off with it. Let's see if this one works. No, it don't. So we're going to use the other one. Hopefully it works too. Okay, so it's on. Looking pretty good. Now we're going to use another dot for a button. Do we have a Cuban button left? I think that might be a Cuban button. There we go. Isn't she cute? I think she's cute. I hope you can see her. Yeah, now you can see her. Okay, I'm gonna put that one over here with the others. Let's work on this one. I'm gonna make another little something something with this one. How shall we do this one? Should it be a little thing like that? I don't want it on that side because it covers up the beautiful flower stuff. Yeah, we'll just do that. Go ahead and staple it. Okay, so I trimmed up my little piece of fabric so it'll be a little skinnier, so I can still see my little swirly. Now I'm going to go ahead and staple it on. Just like so. Now we're going to add something at the top. What shall it be? I have this homemade button. And I believe I have a video on that. How to make buttons. If you don't see it, let me know. And I'll get some vintage photo on that all the way around. And then I'm going to take a little poker that I have and put a little vintage photo on that and put it in the holes so you can see the holes well. Hopefully it'll help. I've seen somebody do something like that, so I'm going to try it. I need to make some more of these. Maybe I'll just do another video on it. So that would be fun. And you can put thread through it. I don't have any thread handy right here, so I'm just going to put it on. I've done it before. Why not do it again? Okay, get my tacky glue. It still looks cute, even without the thread. Of course, it'll look cuter with the thread, no doubt. I have any thread just hanging around? No, I don't think so. I usually do. I have thread everywhere. I'm gonna take a little look-see real quick. Don't go away. Almost done looking. I do have thread. And before it dries on me, I think I'm gonna put this color in. It'll really pop. Ooh, if I can get it in, that is. I may not be able to. It's got glue. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean over there? Yay, yay, you don't know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put the thread over the holes. Let's see if I can perform some magic. And you just poke a thread in. You think it's gonna work?
Yeah.
Ooh, I had somebody answer. It's amazing. It's magic. It worked. It did work on one side. Ho, ho, ho. Let's see if it works on the other. I'm gonna cut it though, because it is way too long. Okay. Alright, you, get off my finger.